As a queer person who has lived with mental health challenges, I am no stranger to the necessity of LGBTQ-specific mental health resources. I sat down with Tammy Baldwin, the first openly LGBTQ senator, to talk about the LGBTQ 988 crisis line and what's going on with it right now. Take a look.
I have so many things that I could talk to you about. The most pressing thing is the defunding of the LGBTQ Option 3.
We've had a suicide prevention hotline in the United States for years. It used to be one of those long 10-digit numbers. Nobody had it memorized.
Yeah.
When we created 988, it was memorable. We knew people were going to use it. We knew it would save lives. I was the co-author of the bill that created 988. I care so deeply about being able to have support and assistance to people in their time of need. This was just such an incredibly important leap forward. There are certain populations in the United States that are disproportionately at higher suicide risk. Our military veterans, especially those who've been exposed to trauma, PTSD, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer community members, including especially our youth, are very vulnerable. Really high rates of depression. I think 40% say they've thought about suicide, and a startlingly high number have attempted suicide. We funded specialized mental health suicide prevention intervention. Today is the 3rd anniversary of 988. And tomorrow, the Trump administration is cutting off the specialized services in the 988 program to LGBTQ people, including youth.
Yeah, that's devastating.
It's cruel. It's just absolutely cruel. They've spent most of this administration with relentless attacks on our community, heightening the mental health issues.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? And then they're just cutting off this specialized service.
What does that mean to eliminate the LGBTQ 988 line?
First of all, we're going to fight back and try to restore that funding. They're playing politics with people's lives. The one thing I want to make sure I say very emphatically is the 988 hotline is still there. If you are experiencing a mental health crisis, please still call. You're still going to talk to somebody who's trying to help. But the specialized support, there's going to be a gap until hopefully we're successful in fighting to restore that funding.
How do you stay grounded? How do you stay going?
Last month had Pride Month, and so that's always a time for me to reflect and think about the folks who went before us. They were extremely brave, not knowing what the future held in store. In the 1940s and 1950s, people who were a part of the LGBTQ community couldn't imagine a world in which they could live openly and be their authentic selves without facing arrest. Steps backwards, they seem like such incredibly difficult battles, but we make progress, and we make progress by living our lives authentically and openly, making sure that people know that we're here, using our voices, telling our stories. That's how progress is made, and that's how progress will ultimately be made again.
Thank you so much for your time and your thoughts.
Don't be a stranger.